Loss of innocence.
Yeah.
Pure Thomas Wolfe thing. Can't go home again. Would you say that's a major theme in your own work?
Yeah, and I think it is in, I think, almost all literature. I think the more I write, the more I read, I think that so much of literature, almost all of literature, is about initiation. In the sense that the characters very often, I mean, what happens is, I think, what makes a story is that a character has one perception of the world, and that perception is changed. Whether it's The Great Gatsby or Stephen King's Stand By Me. I mean, The Body. I mean, all. I mean that, and I think that is so much a part of life. Is that we kind of enter the mystery. We think we understand the world, and the world surprises us and continues to surprise us, I suspect, to the day we die. I mean, the world is much more mysterious to me now than it was when I was 20.
You're not an advocate of been there, done that?
No,
that irritates me no end. I always want to say, yeah, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
It's better the second time. Do it the third time. Do it the fourth time.
You will not be the same person. Yeah.
Experience life one time and then quit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, it shucks. I know you admire Cormac McCarthy.
Yeah.
Would you say he's influenced your work?
I would. I mean, he's one of those writers that, in a way, and just, you see him in the tradition of Faulkner, obviously, I do, but he's one of those writers, I think you have to be careful about not reading too much, particularly when you're writing, because his influence is so, his style is so powerful, and I don't feel that my style in a lot of ways is like his, but I certainly, there are elements. But yeah, I think he's a writer who, what I love about his work is I feel the honesty of it, but also just the beauty of the language, what he does with language. I mean, particularly Blood Meridian, you get this sense of almost a biblical sweeping of language. Suttree, just amazing poetry.
Which is your favorite of all of them?
I go back and forth between Blood Meridian and Suttree. Those two, I just, when I was younger, I think I liked Blood Meridian more. But the humanity of Suttree, as I get older, I think...
That's the same thing William Gay said.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said the same thing. And he said the first thing he met Barry Hannah, he says, tell me McCarthy's two best books. And Barry Hannah says, well, it'd be between Suttree and Blood Meridian.
Well, kindred spirits, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what do you think? What are your two favorites?
Well, the impact of the very first one, Child of God, stunned me. Because, I mean, that was so unconventional.
Right.
That I never forgot it. But yeah, you're right. I'd say Blood Meridian after that. But that first experience. Do you remember when Cormac McCarthy did a PBS special, and it was a dismal failure? The world was not ready for Cormac McCarthy. And it's back in the 70s.
Was it the play? Or?
Yes, and it was about a mill family moving, a mountain family moving to a mill town. And they're working in the mill, and the girl apparently gets involved with one of the guys running the mill, and her brother comes and shoots him.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't think I've seen it. I've heard about it, yeah.
William Gay, I want to ask you one thing about him. I'm crazy about that guy, but I sometimes think maybe, we were talking about Cormac McCarthy's influence. Maybe sometime Cormac kind of took over William Gay in a big way.
I think, that's just that, I think he's, in that tradition. I think you see that with, McCarthy too, the sense of being influenced by Faulkner. I mean, you see those sweeping sentences. I love William's work so much.
I do too.
Yeah, I just, what's interesting is that you see in the stories, you do see it pared down more. The language and the stories are incredible too.
Did you read Faulkner in a big way?
I did. When I was in my about 21, I just went through this. I didn't read Mosquitoes. I didn't read, I didn't read all the Fable. I read a lot of it. But
You read Wild Palm?
yeah, but I just got completely immersed in that and just went through them, and that had a big impact on me. I've done that with several writers in my life, and I've tended to do that. When I was a little bit younger, I read Steinbeck that way. I just kind of immersed myself in them for months.
And you read Steinbeck too?
I read Steinbeck, and the writers that I go back to now, I go back to Shakespeare, obviously, because Shakespeare's the one writer that I don't understand how he did it. I don't understand how he can be that good. I mean, I can read Faulkner and I can read Thomas Hardy, and I can feel like, well, on my very best day, at least I can write maybe a couple of sentences that would be close to this.
Yeah.
But with Shakespeare, I can never do that. I can never understand how somebody can do what he did. And it's not just the language, it's the ability to create a memorable character with 10 lines. What would or otherwise be the insights, and just the drama. I mean, all of that. Everything's working at this incredible level.